On August 14, 2022, Trooper was stationed on I-85 South near mile marker 50 in Coweta County, Georgia, looking for traffic violations. The officer observed a black Hyundai Sonata approaching with only its LED lights on. After identifying the vehicle and initiating a traffic stop, the suspect vehicle began to change lanes erratically, accelerated, and attempted to flee. The trooper notified dispatch and began pursuing the vehicle, which was traveling at speeds of 120 to 132 miles per hour.
No good pit, no good pit. Change the lanes. Reckless driving. Far right lane at this time. Not set up for a pit. See right lane. Traffic is going to be light. Trying to set up. Can't set up. Car's coming up. Car's coming up. Big tractor trailer in the right-hand lane. Tractor trailer in the right-hand lane. Got heavy traffic. To the right. Changing lanes. No turn signal. Still at a high rate of speed.
It's definitely concerning that many individuals choose to flee law enforcement, often making a situation much worse for themselves. As in the case of the woman in the pursuit, her decision to flee led to high-speed driving and a series of reckless maneuvers, all to avoid a ticket. However, these actions usually end with the individual getting arrested and facing even more serious charges.
Channel in, tractor trailer merging on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Car in the middle lane. Car in the middle lane. Unsuccessful on the pit. Come on, baby. Unsuccessful first pit attempt. Unsuccessful first pit attempt.
With the trooper closing the gap and the road finally clear, he swiftly decided to execute a pit maneuver.
Good pit, good pit, good pit, good pit. He's got hands. Back seat, back seat. Don't move.
The pursuit ended when the trooper successfully executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin and hit the concrete median wall. The car then crossed all lanes and struck a guardrail. The trooper approached the vehicle, noticing the driver had moved to the back seat and a passenger was lying face down in the front seat. After giving commands and busting the rear passenger window with a baton, the driver, identified as Diamond Cooper, exited the vehicle. Both occupants were detained and the driver was arrested. Upon searching the vehicle, a catalytic converter and an electric saw were found, leading to further investigation. On March 9, 2023, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper stopped a silver rental car on Interstate 295 for illegal window tint. The driver, Cabricia Caldwell, appeared extremely nervous, fumbling with her phone and spilling coffee. Things took a turn when backup arrived and a K-9 unit prepared to search the car. Suddenly, Caldwell reached into a bag, raised suspicions, and hit the gas, fleeing onto I-295 South. What started as a routine stop turned into a high-speed chase you won't want to miss.
Excellent, that's anything, right?
That's definitely, sir. We studied,
First Thompson, possibly 0, and that's no problem. Single accident female from Alabama coming to Jack in the ground.
The trooper closed in on the fleeing vehicle, forcing the driver to turn into a crowded parking lot to avoid a pit maneuver. The chase took an even more dangerous turn as the suspect weaved recklessly through parked cars and pedestrians, raising the stakes in this heart-pounding pursuit. You won't believe how this intense standoff ends.
Are you stopping on Old River? That's my parking lot. Yeah, going through the target parking lot. I'm slowing down. We're at 15 miles an hour. She's on the sidewalk.
The suspect stopped briefly multiple times, only to take off again as the trooper tried to block him in. Each daring escape kept the chase alive, ramping up the intensity as the trooper stayed hot on his trail.
She is on a flat. Right front tire is flat. He's reaching for the bag, in the bag.
The suspect came to a stop once again, this time exiting her vehicle and fleeing into a store. Troopers quickly apprehended Caldwell, placing her in the back seat of a patrol car, but the story took an unexpected twist. Caldwell was revealed to be a fugitive wanted in 5 counties and had been evading capture for over 4 years. This high-stakes pursuit was just the beginning of uncovering her shocking criminal past. Ever wondered what a police chase looks like from a trooper's perspective? Well, here's your chance. Watch as the chase heats up and another trooper executes a crazy pit maneuver to bring it to an end. Get ready for an up-close, intense look at how it's done from the front lines. Pit maneuver was attempted, but it didn't go as planned, resulting in a dramatic crash. The suspect's vehicle spun out, landing on its side, but miraculously coming back onto all fours. With the suspect pinned in, troopers took swift action, pulling him from the vehicle, arresting him, and finding his ID on him. The pursuit ended with the suspect in custody, facing multiple charges. On March 3rd, 2022, a high-speed motorcycle chase began on I-75 as Bartow County deputies pursued the suspect into Gordon County. A trooper joined the chase, taking the lead after another unit lost power.
County northbound left lane. County weaving all over the roadway. 6.
Yellow Sport 5 male rider, blue jacket, black helmet. Still unable to reach the gate.
Switches 130, traffic light, just lap number 326.
The trooper quickly took over as the primary unit in the pursuit, but with the biker speeding at high rates, executing a pit maneuver wasn't an option. The only way to stop him was by attempting to box him in, a risky strategy the troopers were now preparing to try.
10-21, copy. Copy the 10-28. 153 is showing GPS. Copy passing 333, still northbound. Copy, trying to block.
The troopers attempted to box in the suspect multiple times, but each time he managed to break free. Despite this, they refused to give up, knowing it was their only chance to stop him unless he lost control and fell off his bike.
Trooper, all units be advised to move to the stage, unit at 348. Copy, trying to jump off 348.
He's 1050.
Copy, 1050.
The trooper executed a well-timed maneuver, limiting the space for the biker to make a left turn at an intersection. This forced the suspect to hit a curb, causing him to lose control and crash. The biker was quickly arrested and taken into custody, bringing the pursuit to an end. On July 21st, 2023, while on patrol, Trooper Blake Irvin observed a Cadillac traveling over the speed limit. Trooper Irvin activated his emergency lights and sirens, prompting the driver to pull over. Initially, everything seemed routine as the driver slowed down and moved to the side of the road. However, the situation quickly escalated when the driver suddenly accelerated and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. At this moment, the driver was traveling at approximately 112 mph, well over the speed limit, passing every vehicle in his path. Shortly afterward, the suspect took an exit and began fleeing through a residential area, significantly increasing the danger to pedestrians and other drivers.
They went to parking. We're on 75 out past Industrial Park Road. You found probably footbell. We're going through yard right now. Get back on 75.
DJ, can you get us up?
I'm trying. He keeps going off road on me.
The suspect took the pursuit to a whole new level of danger, recklessly weaving around houses as if it were a scene from GTA. However, his risky maneuvers came to an abrupt end when the trooper caught up and rammed the suspect's vehicle, forcing it to a stop. Turns out the suspect was driving his girlfriend's car. Something tells me their relationship didn't survive this chase. He was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild pursuit to a close. A Philadelphia area pizza delivery driver, Tyler Morell of Caco's Pizza in Aston, Pennsylvania, became an unlikely hero. Check out why. As officers chased down the suspect, a quick-thinking pizza delivery driver stepped in, stopping the suspect and helping officers make the arrest. And if that wasn't impressive enough, he still managed to deliver the pizza without any issues. Much respect for this delivery guy. Let me know your thoughts on this incredible moment. Write them down in the comments below. While stationed on Southland Drive, a trooper observed a gray sedan with a defective headlight turning onto the road. After initiating a traffic stop with blue lights, the vehicle pulled over to the shoulder. What seemed like a routine stop quickly took a turn, proving this was no ordinary encounter. Let's see how it all unfolded. As the trooper exited the patrol vehicle and began approaching the suspect's car, the situation escalated fast. The driver suddenly accelerated, attempting to flee, but moments later the unexpected happened. The vehicle's hood flew open, completely obstructing the driver's view.
D25, 14, 230.
What direction you want?
South of the MLK.
Now the real question is, how on earth is he driving like this? With the hood blocking his view, how is he even seeing the road ahead?
Right now.
Still going.
TVI, TVI, TVI.
DVI.
He jumped! He jumped! He jumped! He jumped! He jumped! 25, he jumped! 25, he jumped!
After the trooper completed the TVI and brought the chase to a stop, the situation took a shocking turn. The suspect climbed over a bridge wall and fell approximately 35 feet to the ground below. Remarkably, he momentarily regained consciousness and attempted to stand before being instructed by the trooper to sit down. Medical aid was immediately requested for the suspect. Further investigation revealed the vehicle was unregistered and uninsured. The driver, later identified as Mario Biggs, was transported to Regional 1 Hospital for treatment. The passenger, Andrika Dixon, was taken into custody without incident, briefly interviewed, and released after refusing further medical transport despite complaining of injuries. During a routine patrol, an Arkansas state trooper noticed a black SUV making some pretty reckless lane changes. A quick check on the license plate revealed the driver was behind the wheel with expired plates. When the trooper activated his lights and sirens, the SUV pulled into a gas station, but as soon as the trooper got out, the driver hit the gas and took off, igniting a high-speed pursuit. The suspect took off, speeding through the streets, blowing past multiple stop signs, and weaving dangerously between cars. It was a reckless display that kept the trooper on high alert. Clearly believing in his own athletic skills more than his driving, the suspect jumped out of the SUV and took off on foot. One brave trooper quickly exited his patrol car and chased after him. As he closed the gap, the trooper deployed his taser, bringing the suspect to a halt. With the situation under control, he arrested the suspect without any further incident, effectively bringing the chase to an end. Back in 2021, Massachusetts State Police found themselves in a thrilling multi-city chase. It all kicked off when a driver was spotted weaving in and out of lanes at an alarming speed. As the trooper witnessed the reckless driving, he closed in and activated his emergency lights and sirens. But instead of stopping, the driver floored it, igniting a wild, high-speed pursuit.
Looks like we're going to pass the 21st extension. Still westbound, speed is 72. Okay, Somerset PD has somebody over that looks good. Past 79, we're going to be getting on the bracket bridge, back in the middle lane, speed is 65. Traffic here again. Traffic still feels set up out there. Caution, please. Okay, we just entered Somerset. We're going to be getting up to half mile to 103, middle lane.
With multiple patrol cars now involved in the pursuit, one trooper positioned ahead prepared to set up spike strips as the suspect approached. This trooper knew it was crucial to deploy the spikes before considering a pit maneuver, aiming to bring the chase to a safe and effective conclusion.
Mile marker 8.2, westbound, 73 miles per hour, middle lane. Traffic still light. Middle lane, 73 miles per hour, traffic still light. Up, change to the left lane. Half mile from the rest area in Swansea. Okay, the 1009 is going to be in the lead. I'll be secondary behind him. 455, you can still make it. 1455 is getting off for 130. Mile marker, just let me know what land on. Deployed, looks like successfully. Now 25. Repeat.
As the suspect barreled down the highway, he neared the position of the trooper who had set up the spike strips. With perfect timing, the trooper successfully deployed the strips just as the suspect sped past, a critical move that could change the course of this intense chase.
Econ has eyes on you. Okay, it looks like they hit the sticks. Unknown if it's going to take effect. We are approaching the line, though. Here you see.
Positive hit on the two right, front and left. Looks like she's pulling over.
Mile marker 0.2. She's pulling over in the breakdown lane.
With his tires deflated, the suspect finally decided to pull over and surrender, bringing this thrilling multi-city chase to a close. He was arrested and taken into custody without any further incident, ending the tense pursuit safely. On May 21st, 2018, police pursued a man suspected of shoplifting from a store in West Memphis, Arkansas. Three patrol cars joined the pursuit, attempting to box in the suspect. However, a miscalculation allowed him to escape, and the reckless chase continued. A trooper executed a pit maneuver, causing the suspect's vehicle to spin. The suspect then drove into oncoming traffic, ultimately colliding with a truck. Troopers quickly arrived on scene, arresting the suspect and taking him into custody without further incident. On January 2nd, 2024, Milwaukee police found themselves in pursuit of a mobile dealer. When officers located the vehicle, they activated their emergency lights and sirens, but the suspect refused to stop, triggering a high-speed chase. The suspect began driving recklessly, weaving between cars in the middle of the road and narrowly missing oncoming traffic. He showed no regard for the safety of others.
Traffic condition.
Thanks to heavy traffic, a trooper managed to catch up with the suspect. As the suspect tried to squeeze through, he collided with another vehicle, bringing the chase to a halt. He then exited the vehicle and tried to flee on foot, but officers caught up with him within seconds and arrested him without further incident. On April 15, 2021, Michigan State Police pursued a shooting suspect. When officers surrounded him at a gas station and attempted an arrest, he struck multiple vehicles and fled the scene.
Do not drive safely, don't reconnect, okay?
Northbound on westbound on Charles.
The trooper closed in and executed a pit maneuver, but the attempt was unsuccessful. The suspect managed to regain control and continued driving recklessly.
Which way on Elder?
He's now heading south on Wallace Street. Westbound on Michigan right now. Westbound on Michigan. All right, he's running right there. That's the car on park.
The suspect eventually came to a stop, exited his vehicle, and fled on foot. Troopers searched the nearby area but found no sign of him. 2 days later, he was located, arrested, and taken into custody. On October 1st, 2024, a trooper was notified by the East Point Police Department of a bolo for a white Nissan NV Georgia tag, recently reported stolen. The vehicle was tracked to the area of Flint River Road and Caden Road. As troopers got closer and activated emergency lights, the suspect failed to stop, sparking a high-speed pursuit.
Be advised, when we come out this apartment, someone is at the pit. We're on the back side of 681 Flint River, coming out to Flint River in a second. Hey, be advised, unit, she's probably going to try to ram your vehicle. Back one, can somebody notify the man? Lieutenant Warren. We're coming out of the complex right now.
The suspect entered the road by making a left turn from a right turn lane, then began running red lights and driving recklessly.
I'm clear on 20 and Terrace.
Hey, somebody call this for me.
We're going northbound on Peterville Road, past Church Street. They send us one pit.
I'm clear on pit.
I'm gonna try a pit again. Stand by right there. 60 miles per hour. Fayetteville Road.
The trooper attempted a pit maneuver, but it was unsuccessful. The suspect accelerated even more, showing no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road.
I'm clear.
Beautiful Fair Boulevard, Old 138.
Thanks, I'll call it.
Clear on Fair Boulevard.
After nearly boxing in the suspect at a traffic light, he managed to escape and continued fleeing. But when another trooper joined the pursuit, he was ready to show the suspect who's boss.
All right, unit, I'll be calling. Radio will be 138 coming up on Government Yard.
I'm clear 138 government. I'm clear 138 government.
Pit, roll over, roll over.
Y'all got him?
Negative. Negative.
I see him.
You see him? Let me see your hands now. Let me see your hands now.
The trooper executed a pit maneuver that sent the suspect's vehicle into the trees, causing it to roll over multiple times. Troopers then rescued the suspect from the wreckage and arrested him, bringing this intense chase to an end. On August 11th, 2024, in Sumter County, Florida, a routine traffic stop turned into a nightmare when the driver refused to stop, sparking a high-speed chase with the Florida Highway Patrol. The suspect immediately began driving recklessly at high speed through a residential area, making the pursuit even more dangerous. The suspect exited the residential area, giving the trooper a better chance to close in and attempt a pit maneuver to end the chase. But with such a reckless driver, this wouldn't be an easy task. As the suspect made a left turn, his vehicle lost significant speed, allowing the trooper to get closer, a critical moment that would impact the outcome of the chase. The trooper executed a successful pit maneuver, bringing the suspect's vehicle to a stop. Although the suspect tried to flee on foot, he was quickly arrested and taken into custody. Early Sunday morning, around 5:30 a.m., a patrolling officer spotted a suspect setting a supermarket on fire. Surveillance footage reveals the suspect pouring a flammable liquid along the building's side, igniting it, then fleeing the scene. Moments later, he jumped into a vehicle, sparking a chase with officers close behind.
Radio. Somebody started a fire. Deep one fresh. I'm on scene.
Okay, we'll get it. Actually, on the way. Have the car to assist Dearborn Fresh.
There's a lot of fire. I'm trying to catch up to the car. It's a gray Buick. They just went northbound on Ruby.
I see northbound Ruby.
Stop on, lights out, on wrong traffic. It's a Chevy Malibu, no plate.
Chevy Malibu, no plate. Do you have a color?
Gonna be green color, and we're on Prospect right now. Going westbound on Prospect.
The suspect drove recklessly, weaving in and out of lanes at a dangerously high speed, making the chase even more intense as officers struggled to keep up and bring him to a stop.
We're on Prospect, I'm behind it. No plate, looks like occupied once. We're on Prospect, still westbound. Let me have other units come from the other side. They lit up the whole place on fire. Have FB response, please.
He's already on the way.
You're in my car. You're in my car.
I'm ramming him.
3 okay, ramming the vehicle.
The chase took a turn when the suspect hit a curb, deflating a tire and forcing him to stop. But he wasn't done yet. Jumping out of the vehicle, he took off on foot with officers hot on his trail.
We're running westbound through the yards. Stop now!
Westbound through the yards.
We're going to send the dog! Get on the ground! Go back in your car.
Moments after fleeing on foot, the suspect was swiftly apprehended and taken into custody, bringing this intense chase to a definitive end. On September 15, 2022, Miami-Dade police officers located a stolen white Honda Civic traveling north on the Florida Turnpike near Bird Road. The vehicle, flagged as a felony vehicle linked to other property crimes, fled when officers attempted a stop, sparking a pursuit. Shortly after, as the chase neared State Road 836, Florida Highway Patrol took over as the primary agency.
Henry, we're going to be at the turnpike at Ebby. Are you 1031?
It's a single 10 subject.
The suspect drove recklessly on the busy highway, showing no regard for the safety of other drivers.
I'm 51 now. We're getting off. I'm 74 now. I'm for eastbound and 74. I'm for 80 miles an hour, pushing 102.
The trooper struggled to get close enough to the suspect for a pit maneuver, but with heavy traffic around, it was too dangerous to attempt. Determined, the trooper continued the pursuit, waiting for a safer opportunity.
Now we're at home, and I'll give you a phone call now. Okay, you just struck 1049. Okay, possible bailout right now. I'll give you a 20 right now.
I'm mapping you 107 and 90th Street. So bailout.
The troopers missed an opportunity to block the suspect's path, allowing him to continue recklessly on the highway. Despite previously colliding with other vehicles, the suspect kept fleeing as if nothing had happened. It's important to note that we don't condone this kind of behavior, and this clip is shared only as a learning opportunity.
It's still northbound. We don't have a cross street yet. Approaching Okeechobee. It's 26 miles an hour and heavy traffic.
Alright, that's it. We're going to go up to your table. It's going to be left, and all canine units are behind the vehicle. All canine units and then we behind the vehicle.
After 20 minutes of reckless driving and with multiple patrol cars joining the pursuit, troopers finally began catching up to the suspect, increasing their chances of bringing the chase to an end. The suspect made a left turn into a parking lot, finally coming to a stop. He and the passengers exited the vehicle and were swiftly arrested and taken into custody, bringing this long and wild, high-speed chase to an end. In Tallahassee, Florida, on March 16, 2022, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper found themselves in a high-speed pursuit of a stolen vehicle. As soon as the trooper activated lights and sirens, the suspect floored it, turning a simple stop into a full-blown chase. The suspect veered into a parking lot, circling around in a wild attempt to shake the trooper. But as the trooper closed in, something happened that the suspect definitely didn't see coming. Stay tuned to see how this unfolds. This has to be one of the most flawlessly executed pit maneuvers you'll see. The suspect was brought to a stop and taken into custody without further incident. What's your take on this chase and the trooper's precise maneuver? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Get back in your car! Get back in your car! Dude, get back in your car!
In Houston, Texas, Officer G. Chapa attempted a routine traffic stop on 42-year-old Chad Michael Duhan around 3:30 p.m. on Kingwood Drive. With open felony warrants, Duhan chose to flee, leading officers on a pursuit that ended at a dead end in a strip center. But the chase wasn't over just yet.
Heading eastbound.
Believing Duhan was armed, Officer Chapa discharged his firearm. Duhan was not struck and took off on foot, darting through an alleyway and into a restaurant parking lot, eventually making his way into the employee area. This pursuit was far from over.
One white male gray shirt, shorts, white muscle shirt, blue bandana.
White muscle shirt, gray shorts.
White muscle shirt.
White muscle shirt, shorts, bandana.
Heading east on Kingwood. Which way? Back in front.
After bolting through the employee area and trying to slip out the back, Duhan ran right into Officer Chapa, bringing his escape to an abrupt end. This chase was officially over.
Hey! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Turn around! Get on your stomach!
What, man? What's that do?
Get on the ground! If you get up!
He said what, dude?
Get up! Get up, see what happens! Get up!
Even at the end, Duhan refused to cooperate, prompting Officer Chapa to deploy his taser and finally bring the suspect under control. Duhan was then arrested, marking the end of a tense pursuit.
Let me see your hands, put your hands behind your back! Get like that. A nice hand, just give me a second. C51, you can open it up here.
In Alachua County, Florida, on July 12, 2022, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper tried to pull over Victoria Piedescalzo and her boyfriend Raekwon Munnerlin for speeding 67 miles per hour in a 45 miles per hour zone. When the trooper activated lights and sirens, the driver pulled into a gas station, but what happened next was far from simple. As soon as the trooper approached the vehicle, the driver made a quick decision to flee, sparking a high-speed pursuit.
Come back, uniform Charlie, Echo 911. We got the car, made contact, and took off on us.
Black 72, let us know if you shot 127-24.
He's reaching for something in the back.
At this point, multiple patrol vehicles joined the chase, turning this into a full-blown pursuit with units closing in on the suspects.
278-48. I'll wait for that, but I'm 5631 and I'm not ready to book. Alright, so first 1237, you get mine?
So we got to make contact with him.
Yeah. Signal 12 before contact.
Signal 12 was 67 and 45. He's changing lanes. Jordy, wait. Jordy, wait.
While the woman was quickly arrested, her boyfriend made a run for it, exiting the vehicle and fleeing on foot, keeping the chase alive. The suspect tried to escape by attempting to get into other vehicles, but he was quickly stopped when the trooper deployed a taser. Both he and his girlfriend were arrested and taken into custody, bringing this chase to a safe end. In Escambia County, Florida, on June 21st, 2022, multiple patrol cars were involved in a high-speed pursuit of a silver SUV.
I think you did my radio.
Chase lasted about 5 minutes. However, when troopers attempted to arrest the suspect, he refused to exit his vehicle. Watch as multiple troopers worked together to remove him from the vehicle and see how the situation unfolded.
In One of season 4, we learned that a special song, or just a memorable song, if you're being attacked by the new bad guy, in fact,
troopers were able to get the suspect out of the vehicle and arrest him, bringing this wild chase to a dramatic end. In Marion County, Florida, on Sunday, March 20th, 2022, troopers received a tip that a pizza delivery driver's vehicle, stolen while the driver was making deliveries in Gainesville, might be in the area. Deputy Carr soon spotted the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop. However, the driver, identified as 16-year-old Keyshawn Jelks, refused to stop, prompting Deputy Carr to initiate a pursuit.
34 behind 699, countdown 3.
10-4, countdown 3.
Clear 1. 6534 westbound 77th Street.
Westbound 77th Street. Taxi 04190, Air 1, 1051.
Signal 4, signal 4.
10-4, signal 4.
He's driving through the ditches here.
10-4, driving through the ditches.
As the trooper closed in to execute a tactical vehicle intervention, the suspect suddenly veered off the road, driving through ditches in an attempt to prevent the maneuver.
Probably heading towards the interstate, guys. 040 1048. Continue west on 326 that's North East Road.
On 326, passing Gainesville Road.
Head towards for the interstate.
10-4, heading towards the interstate.
Coming up on the interstate. Still on 326.
10-4, still on 326.
Found on the interstate on 326.
Northbound on the interstate.
Hit on the on-ramps. That's what it.
When Jelks attempted to merge onto I-75 northbound, Deputy Carr disabled the vehicle with a successful pit maneuver. Both Jelks and his passenger, 17-year-old Dontarius Wise, were detained. In the back seat, deputies discovered 2 pizzas. Jelks was arrested on charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle, no valid driver's license, and fleeing to elude law enforcement, while Wise was charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. Both were transported to our Gold Star Hotel before being taken to the Department of Juvenile Justice for secure detention. Trooper Robbie Stewart was finishing up a routine traffic stop when a vehicle sped past him. Quickly getting back into his patrol car, he observed a black Pontiac with no license plate. With lights and sirens activated, the trooper attempted to stop the vehicle, but the driver failed to yield, initiating a pursuit.
B3 to 98 1024. Near Acres Road, black Pontiac G6, no 28. In 37.
At first, the trooper wasn't sure if the driver would pull over, but it quickly became clear that he was in a pursuit. The trooper immediately informed dispatch that he was in pursuit of the vehicle.
Summit Ridge. Right there.
Hey! Show your hands! Let me see your hands!
The driver struck a tree with the front of the vehicle, causing it to rotate clockwise. Troopers quickly exited their patrol cars and arrested the driver without further incident.
Get on your stump. Get on your stump. Get on your stump. Hey, right back.
Robbie Stewart, I'm state police trooper, stopping you for no tags. Why are you running from me?
Because we're in the FCTC court.
I don't know what that is.
Family court treatment center, trying to get my kids back.
Well, this didn't make it any better. Okay?
In Miami-Dade County, Florida, on July 7th, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol troopers attempted to pull over a vehicle for reckless driving. The driver slowed down but never fully stopped, instead accelerating at high speeds, initiating a pursuit.
Back on the ground.
The troopers had a difficult time getting closer to the suspect, but one trooper finally managed to locate the vehicle and close the distance, positioning himself closer to the suspect.
Signal forward, cars on fire, signal forward, cars on fire. Signal forward, cars on fire, all units responding. Getting off on the right. Getting off on the visual from the ready.
The suspect crashed his vehicle, which then caught on fire. Despite the flames, he exited the car and began fleeing on foot.
We're still behind them.
The suspect jumped into a wooded area and was pursued by Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Hernandez, who deployed a taser, but it failed to make full contact. Trooper Cantelar then deployed K-9 gunner into the woods, and K-9 gunner quickly located the suspect, who surrendered without incident. On May 14, 2022, a silver Chevy was spotted making unsafe lane changes and swerving all over the road. The trooper activated lights and sirens, and the driver signaled to turn and began slowing down, but never fully came to a stop.
Mary 279 P8, it's on a silver Chevy
The driver took the first exit and continued driving suspiciously, showing no signs of stopping or cooperating.
Just took the left exit, swerving like crazy.
As the driver swerved all over the road, he hit the curb and began losing control of his vehicle. The trooper pressed in, determined to bring the chase to an end.
Just almost lost it. Losing a time. Wrecked out here just before Canis.
On the ground. Anybody else in the car? Get on the ground.
I'm sorry, sir. I was trying to...
Did I say anything? But get on the ground.
The trooper executed a pit maneuver, which wasn't perfect, but still managed to stop the suspect. The trooper arrested the suspect and took him into custody without further incident. During a search of the vehicle, the trooper found a firearm and illegal substances. On October 31st, 2024, Trooper Russell was stationed in the median on U.S. Highway 67 when he spotted a small passenger car traveling northbound at what appeared to be an excessive speed. Using radar, the speed was confirmed at 94 mph, well above the posted limit of 75 miles per hour. After the vehicle passed, Trooper Russell turned around to make a stop, but the driver failed to yield, initiating a pursuit.
Oklahoma Queen Frank Boy 250 QFB 250.
The driver continued to accelerate and slow down unpredictably, refusing to stop despite the trooper's emergency lights and sirens. It became clear that this pursuit was escalating, but the question remained: how much longer would the trooper wait before executing a TVI to end the chase?
I'm almost touching their rear bumper and they're just not acknowledging me. We just passed 81, speed 63.
As the trooper positioned himself alongside the vehicle, the driver still refused to react. Realizing it was time to bring the pursuit to an end, the trooper decided to waste no more time and executed the TVI to stop the chase.
TVI, they're off in the... Lay your arms out like an airplane.
Was it going home?
The suspect was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. When asked why he fled, he simply responded that he was going home. On January 1st, 2023, Arkansas State Police were in pursuit of a gray truck with 2 patrol cars already engaged. Assistance was requested and Trooper Dakota Davis responded, quickly taking over as the primary unit in the chase. Trooper Davis tried to attempt a pit maneuver, but couldn't get close enough as the truck driver accelerated. The suspect, driving in the exit lane, pretended to take an exit in an attempt to trick the troopers. However, the troopers didn't fall for it and continued pursuing him down the highway. Trooper Davis attempted another pit maneuver, but once again failed to make contact with the truck, allowing the chase to continue. However, when the truck driver took an exit, something unexpected happened that the driver clearly didn't plan for. Stay tuned to find out. As the truck driver exited the highway, he lost control and crashed into a stop sign. Determined to flee, he tried to continue, but Trooper Davis rammed the truck, forcing it to a complete stop. Troopers quickly exited their patrol cars, arrested the driver, and took him into custody without further incident, bringing this intense pursuit to an end. On June 16, 2023, in Brecksville, Ohio, 2 armed suspects robbed a bank and then began fleeing. 2 patrol cars were stationed waiting for the suspects to pass. Once the suspects drove by, the troopers informed other units and initiated a pursuit.
Speeding up.
No plate. Westbound. 480 westbound.
Copy.
58 behind him. That's not his name. I'm just trying to catch up with you on.
Getting off at transportation, speed 90, slowing. Yeah, advise Garfield, he's getting off at transportation. Speed slowing to 40. Coming up to the transportation. North on transportation, speed 40. Right on him.
The suspect drove very recklessly, showing no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road as expected in such a high-stakes situation.
Speed 90, still westbound, coming up to the bridge, going over the bridge. Speed's 105, traffic's heavy.
Due to heavy traffic and the suspect's reckless driving, the trooper had a hard time getting any closer to the suspect's vehicle. However, the troopers remained determined to do their best to stop the suspect.
They're getting off at the fleet exit. Speed 50. They're going to be going northbound on 50th, north on East 50th from Fleet. I'm 10 feet off them, speed 70. I have several cities behind me. We are 77, passing Dalton, still northbound on 50th, passing Rufin, passing Ham. Speed 80, traffic light, no pedestrians. We're going to be coming up to East 55th and Broadway. They just struck a vehicle. They're still going. They struck a Dodge truck.
The suspect hit another vehicle but continued fleeing. After 3 minutes, the suspect made a crucial mistake that would have a huge impact on the pursuit.
Exiting Lorraine. Exiting onto Lorraine. They just hit a vehicle to bail. One male bailed.
Cuffs.
I got cuffs. All right, we got one in custody.
The suspect crashed into another vehicle at a traffic light. The passenger exited and was immediately caught and arrested. Meanwhile, the driver continued fleeing but eventually crashed as well. It was the end of the chase for him, too. He was arrested and taken into custody along with the passenger. On April 11th, 2023, Arkansas state troopers engaged in a pursuit of a one-legged man who had stolen a van from a parking lot and was determined to evade law enforcement. What followed was an unpredictable and intense chase that kept troopers on high alert. Check out this wild pursuit and see how it all unfolded. The suspect veered onto a closed road, taking troopers on an unpredictable and unexpected pursuit. Despite the challenging terrain and the suspect's erratic driving, the troopers stayed close, determined to bring the chase to a safe conclusion.
I want you to turn around here, go back to the field of 2, please, man. Where are you going?
Only a few patrol cars managed to make it onto the highway, continuing the pursuit of the suspect as he recklessly tried to evade capture. The chase intensified as troopers worked to bring the situation under control.
Out of one of those bridges. We can do some spike and get across.
The suspect lost control and crashed into the median, and troopers quickly rescued him from the rolled over vehicle. What made this chase even crazier was that the suspect only had one leg, somehow managed to lead law enforcement on this high-speed pursuit. It's truly unbelievable how he managed to evade capture for so long given his physical limitations. Let me know your thoughts on this wild chase in the comments. On August 10th, 22, new Trooper McCord was traveling south on Pike Ave when she noticed a gray Toyota Scion with what appeared to be expired tags. Upon running the license plate, it came back to a silver Mercedes-Benz, which raised her suspicion. After activating her emergency lights and attempting a traffic stop, the driver of the Toyota Scion failed to pull over, initiating a pursuit. The situation escalated as the driver continued to evade capture. Stay tuned for what happened next in this chase.
Are you gonna run the red light?
Yep. Go.
The driver began driving dangerously and recklessly, swerving between lanes and speeding through traffic without any regard for the safety of other motorists. As the pursuit continued, Trooper McCord struggled to keep up, but her determination to stop the driver remained unwavering. With the suspect's erratic driving, the situation became increasingly dangerous. Would the trooper be able to bring this chase to an end safely? Stay tuned to find out. Trooper McCord was instructed by another trooper to execute a pit maneuver, but given the high traffic volume and the risk of collateral damage, it didn't seem like the best move. With so many vehicles around, attempting a pit maneuver could have ended badly. Despite this, she was unable to execute it. As the suspect took an exit, Trooper McCord closed the gap and was able to make a contact with the vehicle.
Florida 36 are in any position to 10-6.
Let me get right here, do you understand me? Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the vehicle right now!
The driver finally came to a stop at a traffic light and was arrested along with his pregnant wife, who was in the passenger seat. It's hard to understand why someone would flee from law enforcement, especially with a pregnant woman in the car. Thankfully, no one was injured, and the chase ended safely, but it certainly made the pursuit even more intense. What are your thoughts on this wild chase? Let us know in the comments. On January 21st, 2021, a trooper traveling east on SR 72 observed a black Toyota Camry fail to stop at a stop sign before turning onto SR 72. The trooper made a U-turn and followed the vehicle, noting it maneuvering between lanes. The trooper advised GSP Troop B Communications and activated emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop.
276,
Georgia 72 at James Holcomb Road. 72 at James Holcomb Road. Georgia 1028 Robert Boy. 1114 RRB 1114. Toyota. Athens, stand by. Athens, go ahead and show me 1080. Go ahead and line up for a pit. Athens, taking a left, Jack Sharp Road. Taking a left, Jack Sharp Road.
The trooper attempted to execute a pit maneuver but initially couldn't make contact with the vehicle. After the driver made another U-turn, the trooper caught up and successfully performed the pit maneuver. However, what happened next would leave everyone shocked.
Pit, Athens. Athens, we're rolling. See what he's gonna do. We're headed back towards Clark County again. Another pit.
Show me your hands! I'll shoot you! You better show me your hands! Show me your hands! I'll shoot you! You better keep them hands up!
After the pit maneuver, the suspect's vehicle ended up in a ditch. Despite repeated commands from troopers to exit the vehicle, the suspect refused to comply. He then grabbed an AK-47 and opened fire at the troopers. The troopers returned fire and the suspect fled up an embankment. Troopers observed him wearing dark pants and a camouflage jacket as he disappeared into the woods. Additional law enforcement arrived on the scene and a perimeter was quickly established in the area where the suspect was last seen. A K-9 team was deployed to track the suspect through the woods. After an extensive search, the suspect, identified as Timothy Demond Caruth, was found lying face down in a ditch not far from the scene. He was taken into custody without further incident and transported back to the location of the shooting. February 10, 2024, Clayton County units located a stolen vehicle in Riverdale. When deputies attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the suspect immediately fled, sparking a high-speed chase.
Okay, where are you at?
National 21, right now we're on East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road. East Fayetteville Road, heading towards Riverdale Road.
Okay, East Fayetteville towards Riverdale Road. All units will turn.
Light traffic.
There's me.
Southbound going towards Riverdale Road. Southbound on Riverdale Road.
Okay, southbound on Riverdale Road.
Between 60 right now.
As the pursuit continued, deputies observed the suspect driving recklessly, endangering other motorists. Over the radio, Sheriff Levon Allen of Clayton County issued a direct order to get the vehicle off the road. Despite repeated efforts to stop him, the suspect refused to comply, escalating the intensity of the chase.
On this radio.
Sheriff, go ahead.
Just one up on you, right in pursuit of 34 vehicle. Right now we're on Church Street, heading towards Highway 85 in the city of Riverdale. Still light traffic.
Sheriff, when you out there, take the vehicle off the road if you can.
I'm there. I think it's primary. I'm behind my secondary. Going outside the roadway, going between cars. Speed down 50, 60. Stop sign.
I'm clear on the traffic.
Get him off the roadway now. Get off the roadway now. Get ready.
As the suspect attempted to overtake a vehicle on the right, he briefly lost control, forcing him to slow down. This mistake gave the trooper the perfect opportunity to catch up and execute a precise pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. The suspect seemed to consider fleeing on foot, but the trooper had already exited his patrol car and swiftly apprehended him, taking him into custody without further incident. On July 15th, spanning from Illinois to Wisconsin, a man who had carjacked a vehicle decided to flee from authorities. When troopers activated their lights and sirens to conduct a traffic stop, the suspect sped off, initiating a multi-state pursuit. The pursuit shifted gears, literally going from high-speed intensity to a crawl as first responders followed the suspect onto the interstate, where traffic slowed to a standstill.
Right along the center of Dr. PT 31 and EAC, heading to that pursuit.
Finally, the suspect came to a stop.
345, we're stopped.
Hands up! Hands up! He's got handcuffs on! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up now!
Bodycam footage reveals the troopers cautiously approaching the suspect, who remained inside the vehicle, ensuring the situation was handled with precision and safety.
You're going to be handcuffed also, all right? We're going to keep lethal. We'll move nice and slow, boys. Yep. Nice and slow.
I'll look right at you. Please don't kill me, guys. Where you are? I won't move.
Stop.
Please.
Stop it. I'm gonna make it clear. Danny Moore, hang on.
Please don't kill me, guys.
If you reach for anything, you're going to... You understand?
Good, sir.
All right.
Why are you pointing your gun at me, please?
It's from all of our safety.
Please.
All right.
You're going to tase me. Please, guys, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. I have hands here. Please, tase me this close, sir.
Let me see your other hand. Let's see your
My
hands.
hands are right here, sir.
Okay.
Please do not tase me. Don't shoot me. Please get a gun on my face.
Somebody got a scissors we can cut.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. I won't hurt you. Please. Please don't hit me.
Once in custody, the suspect was transported to a hospital for evaluation. There, he engaged in a bizarre argument with an officer about a bedpan, adding an unusual twist to the conclusion of this pursuit.
You're going to go get the bedpan, and I will let a nurse come in and assist you.
I don't need to assist me.
They need to bring in the bedpan for you to utilize.
Okay.
All right? No, that's the garbage can.
I call it a bedpan.
You're not using a garbage can, sir. Okay, that is enough of that. That's his feet on the bed.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
383, Sheriff! 383, Sheriff! Get me units to the hospital!
Stop!
Get off!
Come on.
Get on the bed now! Get on the bed now!
393 Sheriff requesting additional units
Get
to
on the bed now!
On the bed. I'm on the bed. I just need to use the washroom.
He was later transported to the Kenosha County Jail, where he now faces multiple charges stemming from the incident